From the Ticats Audio Network, this is ongoing coverage of Grey Cup Week in Hamilton, presented by Swoop Airlines.
The Ticats Audio Network during Grey Cup Week, presented by Swoop Airlines, the official airlines of the 108th Grey Cup. That beach vacation you've been dreaming of is about to become a reality with Swoop, Canada's ultra not expensive airline. Visit flyswoop.com to fly to sunny destinations for less and listen to the Ticats Audio Network all throughout Grey Cup Week. As in partnership with Swoop, we're giving away 2 amazing prizes, a pair of Grey Cup tickets and a pair of round-trip flights to anywhere Swoop flies. All you have to do is listen for the Swoop keyword, and we'll give you a different keyword in every piece of content we create this week. So the more you listen, the more chances you have to win. Go to ticats.ca/listen to win for full contest details, terms, and conditions. All right, very busy day at the Hamilton Convention Center, especially for my guest on today's special content, the commissioner of the CFL, Randy Ambrosie. He held court with the media. He spoke with the fans, and in between, I had a chance to catch up with him one-on-one for an exclusive interview, and we started our conversation here just about the idea of just getting to this point, a few short days away from the Grey Cup.
Oh, it's frankly, it's difficult to put into words. I mean, we went into this, all of us together as partners, the teams, the league, the players, the coaches, and we all knew that we were facing an uphill battle. It's a remarkable thing what our teams accomplished. We had the toughest COVID protocols, I think the toughest protocols in all of sport. A giant shout out to Dr. Nadeau and Dr. McCormick and Greg Dick and our team for putting that together. Really a shout out to the Players Association for how they helped us. But we all knew that it wouldn't be hard to stumble, and we had the one misstep in Edmonton. Got that game rescheduled and played it, and to be here at this moment, Friday before the biggest game of the year, Grey Cup, the 108th Grey Cup, to say that we did it. Well, all I can tell you is I may not look like I'm doing handsprings on the outside, but inside I'm doing handsprings, and I'm just so grateful for everyone who contributed to this.
You mentioned a lot of people there. Collaboration. It's a word that people like to use. It's a word that people, sometimes overuse. But in this case, you mentioned everything that had to come together to make this thing work. Were there doubts? Was there hesitancy? How did you pull it off?
Well, look, to be honest, there's always doubt, right? It'd be totally disingenuous to say, "Oh, no, we got this," and everybody's just going to fall into line. No, look, what we've gotten pretty good at is learning how to disagree. And that's something that takes a little bit of time. You have to build trust with each other. Not everybody agrees with everything that we need to do. And then there's hand-wringing, and there's consternation. And sometimes that hand-wringing and consternation helps us, and sometimes that hand-wringing and consternation takes a step back. But in the end, you do have to collaborate. And I think we've, frankly, it's interesting. I actually feel like the league has kind of grown up in these last 2 years. There's almost feels to me to be a more mature approach to everything. And I think that's a credit to the people. I think we all realized that it's that we needed to, that if we were going to make through this, we needed to do it together, and somehow, some way, we managed to do just that.
This will be the first Grey Cup held in Hamilton in 25 years. What took so long, Commissioner?
Well, first of all, I played at Ivor Wynne Stadium, so I can promise you this: Ivor Wynne Stadium, for all of its glory, and it had a lot of history, wasn't going to really be a place where you would want to showcase the biggest game of the year. But, the credit then, you have to immediately turn to Bob Young and Scott Mitchell and Matt Afneck and the city and the province and everyone who contributed to that amazing cathedral that they built here in Hamilton. This was time. Like, Tim Hortons is here. It's up and running. This franchise is one of our strongest. This city has had this amazing renaissance, and I tell you, I live in Aldershot, so I can promise you this. I know a lot of really good restaurants. If anyone's looking for a good tip, there's just so much about the city that's compelling. It was just time. It was time to be here, and it was the right time to have a Grey Cup.
What can other franchises learn from Hamilton?
Well, I'll give you a specific example. Their Tigertown Council is a group of committed community leaders who love the Ticats, and they're not just. I was teasing somebody last night, so you'll forgive me, but I said, it's not just a group of mucky mucks who kind of hang on and hang around the team. These are people who are committed to the success of the Tiger Cats. They want to be part of the organization's success. There's a partnership between Tigertown Council and the Ticats, Bob Young, Scott Mitchell, and Matt, that's incredibly impressive. Frankly, it is a model that I would encourage everyone to look at, because they just do it so well. And then this community, you don't have to go very far to find a Ticat fan, but I think we need to remember it wasn't always this strong. This has been a lot of hard work. Bob came in, brought Scott in, brought Matt in, and they rebuilt this. They really rebuilt it from the ground up. And it's proof and evidence of one thing. If you want to have greatness in the CFL, you can have it, but you got to work for it. It doesn't come easy, and it doesn't happen overnight, but they've done it here.
What are you hoping to see in 2022? If 2021 was about getting to this point, to get to the Grey Cup, like you said, with the protocols that were in place, with minimal, like you said, just the one game, what do you want to see in 2022?
Well, look, I don't have a crystal ball to predict exactly how the next several months play out. I think it is safe to say we're still going to see some effects of COVID for a while. I think we're still going to be wearing masks. I think the vaccine, we're all going to need to get our booster and get vaccinated if you're not already, because that's the way to stay safe and healthy. I think we have opportunities now. That's what I see. What do I see for 22 is a whole bunch of opportunity to work hard, to work with Genius on some strategies, to work with the players on creating a partnership, an alignment of our interests, to create a win-win scenario. What do I see? I see the work that has to go in. I mean, I'd like to say it's just all going to be great now, and all we got to do is go on vacation when the Grey Cup is over and show up sometime in February or March and have been spending a bunch of time on the beach and getting a really nice suntan, maybe playing a little golf. But what I really know is that there's a lot of work in front of us, and but I also know we got the right people. We got the right people now. I believe this is the best team that the league has ever had. And I'm excluding myself, by the way, completely. I think if you look around our ecosystem for the team that we've created, I don't think you'd find that ever in our history have we been stronger. And that, frankly, at the team level, you look at Scott and you look at Matt and you look at what Bob has built here. You look at Orlando Steinauer and what he's meant to this. Like, I just think everywhere you look, you see talent and capability, and the talent and capability meet opportunity. Generally, there's positive outcomes.
Prediction for Sunday?
Well, listen, I make the same prediction every week, so this is not hard. I say I want a game to be 30-30 with a minute left to go, and then if one of the teams decides it wants to win, they can just go ahead and do it. I actually think I'm excited because it's going to be a reasonably nice day today. It looks like we're going to get a lot of rain and very warm tomorrow. Like I looked at my the forecast this morning, 15 degrees. 15 degrees with a lot of rain means it's going to flush out. Like that field should be completely clear of any snow or ice or anything. And then it's not going to freeze overnight on Saturday night into Sunday, and 4 or 5 degrees. That means that track is going to be fast. And that means that these amazing athletes of ours on both sides of the competition, they're going to play on a great track. What do I think? I think that stadium is going to rock. I think that there's going to be Bomber fans in that group, but I think they're going to be overwhelmed by a sea of black and gold. And I suspect, if you want me to make a prediction, I think we're going to hear a lot of Oski Wee Wee on Sunday. I think we're going to hear that a lot. I just think, it's a national day of celebration. I think people are going to see all the trappings that are so fundamental, almost that historical connection with the Canadian Forces. We'll see them. We'll see them on full display. will see the RCMP in their red surge and all they mean to Canadians and they mean to our league. That partnership with the RCMP has gone on forever. I just think everywhere you're going to look, it's going to be a celebration of Canada. So, it's going to be a great day. Who wins? I have no idea. But I think it'll be a great day for Canada.
My thanks to Commissioner Ambrosie for joining me. And now it's time for the keyword to enter for your chance to win Grey Cup tickets as well as round-trip flights to anywhere Swoop flies. The keyword for this show is Ambrosie. So go to ticats.ca/listen to win to enter. And for all contest details, that's ticats.ca/listen to win and enter the keyword Ambrosie. Good luck and keep listening all week for more chances to win.
Ongoing coverage of the 2021 Grey Cup Week is provided by the Ticats Audio Network and presented by Swoop Airlines. Subscribe, follow, and like to hear the latest from what's happening in Hamilton leading up to the Grey Cup.